another episode of Dead Men Walking. I'm Greg.
And I'm Jason.
Jason, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing awesome.
Man, we're
so awesome.
We're still in Rapid City live.
Oh, yeah,
from the
we are.
Fight, Laugh, Feast
We're here.
rally.
Hanging out.
South Dakota.
Saying hi to the people.
Yeah, you can tell the time zone change getting to us a little bit. We're getting a little loopy.
A little loopy.
That's all. But we have someone with us that we definitely wanted to have on because I have been admiring his Facebook page from afar and didn't know who ran it or didn't know what was up with it, and really love the content that he puts out there. It's called Reformed Sage. I would definitely go check that out. He has a couple other businesses, too, we're going to talk about. But we have Nick on the podcast. Nick, how are you, sir?
Hey, I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Listen to all that.
Oh, yeah.
Fake audience.
Love it.
Clapping.
Love it.
And yep, get right up on that mic for us there, too.
Oh, yeah. How's that? Better?
We want people to be able to hear you. So
yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. So we're at the Fight, Laugh, Feast rally, as we said. You've got a exhibit here, and you have some of the coolest Reformed swag I think I've ever seen, first of all.
Thank you.
Yep.
And like I said, Reformed Sage is the Facebook group that just, you put out so much great content, memes, questions, discussion questions.
I'm learning a lot of theology from you guys.
Yeah, we just go to your page,
good, yeah.
and then we're like, we should do an episode on that this week.
right?
Oh, wow.
So you're kind of an ad hoc writer / producer on our show.
Oh, okay. Uncredited. All right.
Yeah, and unpaid.
Perfect. Yeah, that's great. Just behind the scenes. I love it. I love it.
Tell us a little bit about Reformed Sage, and then also with the roasters that you got going on.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So Reform Sage. So I started that about 3 years ago, and it's just grown. And I for the online media presence, I try to create a space where there's a lot of non-reformed folks there, and I try to introduce them to the doctrines of grace and God's sovereignty. Yeah. And so I ask questions in the mornings typically just that are very vague. So then a lot of people from different persuasions of the faith can answer, and then it creates this huge dialogue.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think it's really
Always
beneficial.
does.
Yeah. So I the idea is iron sharpening iron,
Yeah.
right? And so it also helps us get out of our bubble a little bit because we go to Reformed churches or we go to,
Sure, Reformed conferences.
rallies,
kind of like this.
exactly. So I think getting somewhat out of our echo chambers is helpful, for us to remember, and just that Romans 14 mantra of loving your neighbor. And so how can we do that in a way to edify each other?
Yeah.
So I try to do that on the Facebook page, and then on the business aspect, so I try to create as detailed and as unique stuff that I can that's just really well done. When I was a kid, I went to conferences in Southern California. They used to call them the California Christian Youth Conventions.
Okay.
And they would have merchandise, and it would be in the font of Coca-Cola, And so,
The real thing.
Yeah, the real deal.
I
Real
remember
deal.
that.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
I try to tell my wife, okay, if we ever do something, we got to do something that's unique and good, and we put out, we just obviously try to do it to the glory of the God.
Yeah.
And if I can create stuff that helps edify people in their homes, whether it's the 10 Commandments they get from questions, just stuff you can take home and give to your kids or just put before their eyes.
Right.
We want to be a benefit to you and your family.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and you've got some really cool stuff over there, too. Those coasters, I'm going to have to pick up a few of those before I leave. But, yeah, just so many good products. I mean, and you have stuff that you engrave. You got T-shirts, you got coasters. What's some other products that you guys sell over there?
So one of our biggest sellers is the laser engraved wood bookmarks. So that's
Those are cool.
walnut wood, and I just take theologians. We recently released scripture. So we have the ESV translation, courtesy of the Lifeway folks. So now, and if folks are interested, to email me a verse that you might want, then I can throw it on the next wave of bookmarks. But those are far and away probably our best sellers because in the Reformed community, a lot of readers,
Yeah.
a lot of homeschoolers, so they give them to their kids.
Yep.
Right.
And then in there we have the Women of Faith set, which is 15 women from church history that have either been queens or princesses or theologians, and then a short description about what they did or the impact they made for the church. Like Lady Jane Grey, we have one of those set up for her. So just something to help the other 50% of the population who are shoppers,
Yeah.
Now, tell me about the coffee, because I'm a coffee drinker. What do you do with that?
Yeah, so right now we're online only, and when we acquired the company, it had a tulip line, so everything based off of the 5 points of. And then we added a Puritan line, so we have Edwards, Watson, we have Owen,
that's awesome.
Perkins, Sibs. So you can sip on Sibs in the morning if you want to. So we just have these really funny roasts. We try to give them, humorous names. Break down the ice. And so like for Edwards, on the front label it says simmers in the hands of an angry God.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. And Edwards is flavorful undertones so complex nobody can understand them. Because Owen is typically hard to read. And then another thing we did on the back is we added a little description of the theme of the roast, and then as well as the gospel. So if you have coworkers or family that coffee can be that bridge to get the gospel out to these people.
I was going to say, your stuff over there is a great conversation starters. I mean, it really is. Even if you had something in your home, even your the one that really gets me is the verse taken out of context. I can't remember.
I can do all things through verse.
I see that all over.
I mean, haven't we all at some point? Haven't we all done something?
Right, exactly. Yeah, but it's great.
Sure,
it's cool.
Sure.
Well, so you started this business, and you seem to be doing pretty well at it. I mean, you got some quality stuff. We wanted to have you on because we love supporting other businesses too that are believers.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I know you kind of Righteous Wretch, which is someone that we also like to promote on the
They're cool guys.
podcast as well.
Yep.
We're gonna start making sure we get your name out there as well too, so we can support you, because those products. Here's the thing: there are some. Okay, most Christian products are kind of cheesy. I hate to say it. And even within the Reformed community, there's some that aren't just great. And if you want someone to actually wear it or use it or evangelize with it, it needs to be something that they're actually going to wear or use or give. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And all your stuff is like that. Like you said, it's high quality, has a good look to it. It's unique. It's a little different. Stylish.
Marcus Pittman said it earlier. He was like, "You're not going to go to a burger place that somebody says, yeah, burgers, they."
Yeah.
It's like, well,
we try our best. Yeah, that's a good slogan.
It's like, no, you're not going to buy something
that
isn't good quality. But yeah.
Oh man, that's awesome. So you're just plodding along here. Where can people find this stuff or get it, or is there a website or what's the deal?
So we're on social media. We're on all the social media accounts. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Gab, MeWe. We're even on the Not to Be private social media there as well.
Okay.
You can go to reformsage.com. That's where you can find all of our merchandise, as well as the coffee is at reformroasters.com. And we even do wholesale stuff for churches and ministries. We've done, customized things. So if you want to get stuff for your elders, or you want to, have stuff there with your ministry logo, we do custom engraving for a lot of different ministries and churches. So all that's available on our website.
And you'll do quantity for churches as well?
Quantity discounts. For sure. Yeah, we're more than happy to partner with. That's one of the things we want to do is try to build out the kingdom. And if we can help churches or other ministries find ways to increase what they're able to do, then that's what we want to come alongside them and partner. Someone who shares our worldview as Christians and as Reformed and our values.
Yeah. Here was something too that I thought was interesting. So when you see those Facebook pages and it's like 500,000 followers, and then they post something and they have 3 likes and 1 comment after a week, and you go, what's going on? You've got people following this Facebook page, and it is so darn active. Like anytime I jump on, there's 500 comments, there's 200 shares, and I'm going, this is unbelievable how much traction and action.
That there's that many people talking about the kingdom,
And it's like you said, it's diverse.
It's cool,
It is very diverse, So you would think that this Facebook page would just be full of Reformed people, but there are a lot. There's Eastern Orthodox, there's Catholics, there's just broadband evangelicals, independent fundamental, King James only guys. So
those are probably fun to read. No, I'm just
some of those threads heat up for sure. And the way I try to post things or questions is somewhat provocative, because if it's just a simple, hey, I agree with that, scroll on, then there's really no opportunity for dialogue and dissension and interaction, which I think it only helps us if we're able to talk more about theology in a graceful way, if we can. Can't always do that because we're still in sin, but we can try our best.
Right.
And that's the thing, because even when you ask a discussion question, you ask it. You don't state it and say, this is what it is. You go, what do you guys think about this? And I've noticed, it took me a long time to figure this out with my personality, is you can get a lot farther if you just ask a question and actually listen to someone than try to hammer them with some bullet points and some proof text, and shove it down their throat. You go, well, how would you respond to this? That is such a great way to ask a question, because then you get this way or that way, and then people, and I mean, I might see some things on there that, it gets a little off the rails, but for the most part, your page is pretty darn respectful, and for a page, That's saying a lot. I feel like people can just really get kind of rough and gruff when it comes to those things.
I mean, how the Facebook page started, how it all started was, I went through this transition, becoming a Calvinist, and then I started this Facebook page called the Reformed Cage, because all I wanted to do was make memes that bashed on Arminians, because I thought free will was ridiculous, and so that was the original name. And then I realized,
I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth.
Exactly, and I was like, they can't handle the glory of God. They can't handle the truth. So, but then, by God's grace, I came out of that, and I thought, well, there's people following this page. What am I going to do? Well, let's do something to build up the kingdom. So I switched the C to an S. Yeah. Just a simple change like that, and it's just kind of grown to be what it is. And then I wanted to run a small business. I got out of the military and wanted to do that, and so I thought, well, how can I create really, really cool things to the glory of God? So that's kind of the Sage thing, is it's just supposed to be this really high quality, helpful, edifying type of stuff.
And it is for sure.
Mm-hmm. It's so funny that they actually have a name like Cage Stage, and I've experienced it. Yeah. Well, let's see.
I'm still in it. No,
14 years ago, man. There's a couple years there where it was like, you know what I mean? It was
years. But do you still have family after that?
Yeah, right.
I thought
still have
4
a little
months
of it
was
left.
bad.
No, it was a couple years of just like, let's do this. And I still get it a little bit, but it's after 14 years of the Lord just my eyes and seeing the Bible for what it is, letting the text stand on its own through the lens of Reformed theology. I mean, it's
where someone says something about a verse that is a little bit off.
Yeah.
Usually you can say something about the Bible. Where's our drop at?
Yeah, well,
you got that drop?
Well, actually, you're still in this stage, Jason.
What's wrong with you people?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I love that quote.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I'll tell you a funny story. So I'm in the Cage Stage, and my cousin is helping me move up to Idaho. So it's a 14-hour drive in a U-Haul. And he, like me, was raised Arminian. And so I'm thinking, 14 hours, baby, we're going to convert this guy. We're gonna bring him into the glories of Calvinism and get him saved. And I'm hitting him. I'm in Cage State, so I'm hitting him, and it's like 14 hours. And I actually was playing Edward's sermon, Sinners in the Hands of an Angry God.
Oh, you went full blown, dude.
Yeah. So he listened to that. He listened to me for 14 hours, and after that, he's still part of the family. So God bless him, And I went back later on and said, hey, I know I was pretty intense and should apologize. And it's all good now. But I look back and think,
you were like, look, Ephesians 2, John 6, John 8, John 11.
Have you ever read David and Goliath? Well,
you're not David.
Good man.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah.
Oh, really? Is that what that verse says?
Yeah.
The Bible has determined.
Oh wait, we need that one. You can't preempt my. Oh wait. Here we go. Ready?
And the Bible determined that was a lie.
Oh,
you liar! Liar! You little liar!
That's the Cage Stage right there.
Yeah,
that's the Cage Stage.
Yeah.
We don't want to call people liars. But,
You should make. You guys should make that a bumper sticker. The Bible determined that was a lie.
Yeah,
That's great.
Right?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Love it.
Oh yeah, we stayed up late one night. We're just making a bunch of drops just for the fun of it. We're just waiting to use this one on someone.
You got to get Paul Washer's blasphemy scream.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we got to get some Washer.
Yeah. When you get Arminians on, you just constantly. That's all you hear for 15 minutes. Were they even on the show? Well, they were, but
no, we never have those people on.
Wait. What do you mean?
Joking. There's a couple.
People? What do you mean?
He must be reformed.
What do you mean, those people?
Oh man, but
great.
Wow.
Yeah. So we have derailed this episode, but it's fun.
Yeah. No, this is great.
So
he didn't know we were going to say any of this, by the way, guys.
No.
Nick,
no.
It's
he just
our
stepped
fault.
into it.
Don't
Don't blame him.
Invitation. What's the podcast? Where?
Don't hold it against him. Throw out that website one more time, and we're gonna link it up to when we post this.
Okay, so it's reformedsage.com, and the coffee is reformedroasters.com.
Go support him, guys. Great guy, great family guy. brother in the Lord, long
Brothers,
day.
Yeah, long
Great
day.
brother.
We can take it out in post. We'll make ourselves sound so good, dude, with editing.
Nah,
It's
we don't
awesome.
edit. We
Yeah,
don't edit.
Yeah,
we
don't-
tell all the guests that, and then we do zero editing. Gotcha.
That's not going to be in the end, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what
All
my
right,
agent
guys.
said.
Thanks so much for joining us
Yeah.
for this. And as always, God bless. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Dead Men Walking Podcast for full video podcast episodes and clips, or email us at deadmenwalkingpodcast@gmail.com.